If I knew these 10 things that I'm going to share with you right now in this video, I don't think I would have become a graphic designer. So if you are thinking of becoming a graphic designer, or you are a graphic designer already and you kind of confused or don't actually know what you are doing, then this video is for you. I'm going to share with you 10 things that you should know, so that as you are going through this journey of becoming a graphic designer, you have this in mind. Now, the first thing is the basic thing of all. That is, design is problem solving. Design is not decoration. Now, you are not designing to impress yourself, but you are designing to communicate. So it's not something that you are doing that you feel good in your room. It is something that you are designing to communicate something to a particular audience. So that is the basic thing that you have to put in mind. So whenever you are designing, you don't just think about how can I put this one here? How can I do this here? No, think about, oh, how can I put this one here to aid these people to do this? How can I add this thing to get them to do this? So whatever that you put on the design should communicate something, should put everything together. So some of the questions that you should ask yourself is that, what is the user going to see first when they chance on this design? Or what are they going to feel about the design when they see it? Now, every font, every color, every texture, everything you add on your design should have a reason. That is one thing that you should know. So if your design looks just beautiful but doesn't communicate, then it has failed. Now, the second thing you must know is that as a designer, you must learn to think, not just how to use tools. Learning how to use Photoshop, Figma, Illustrator is very good. I'm not saying it is bad, but what most designers fail to do is that instead of learning how to think and come up with creative ideas, they focus their energy more on trying to learn every tool that comes around. Like right now, we have Affinity by Canva. Everybody will be jumping on it, and then they will be trying different softwares. I'm not saying trying different software is bad, but what I'm trying to say is that as you are trying different softwares and trying to figure out all the things that other softwares actually gives to you, what you have to do is that you have to actually develop your thinking capacity. Because as a designer, your superpower is how you can think and reason. If I have Photoshop and you have Photoshop, you all have the same buttons and everything, but the different thing that separates us is how we think. Basically, what I'm saying is that you need to train your thinking instead of focusing your energy more on the design too. Now, with the third thing, sometimes it's very hard to accept, but feedback is part of the work. Honestly, sometimes you do something and then you feel like, oh, you have killed it, you have nailed it, and you send it to the client, or you send it to your friend, or you show it to someone, and the person will be like, oh, this one there, it's not nice. It is going to discourage you, but that should not be a case at all. I'm telling you right now so that you anticipate that if you have not experienced it yet in your design career. So basically, you must learn how to accept feedback and then learn from it. Now, the next thing that you need to consider is that as a designer, you will never stop learning. Always you must be learning, because design is evolving every single day. Today you wake up, AI is here. Tomorrow you wake up, this design tool is here. The next day you wake up, this and that. There are a whole lot of things that you should learn every single day. What you have to do is that do some research about the things that you are doing. Follow some great YouTubers like this channel. Subscribe right now and read books around design and a whole lot of things. And all these things are going to come together to make you a better designer. Now, the next thing is very hard, but it is very simple. That it takes time for you to be good at design. It doesn't take today, it doesn't take tomorrow, but it takes time. So nobody actually has a fixed time that, oh, when you start to design today, tomorrow you must be a good designer. We can use data to predict that, oh, in 2 weeks, in 2 months, in 3 weeks, in 3 months, you can be a good designer. But still, the onus depends on you, because as a designer, one of the things that helps you grow faster is by daily practicing design. If you daily practice design, you master designs way faster than anyone else. So if you practice design daily, that is where you become very good at design very fast. So the point I'm making here is that as you are beginning your design journey, don't expect that today that you started designing, tomorrow you'll be designing like D-Devon Graphics, Mr. Creatives, and a whole lot of designers out there. No, understand that design takes time, and being good at design takes time. So just make sure every day you are learning something new. Every day you are learning some things from the great designers. You are trying something that you have not tried before. You are doing something that you are not doing on your previous designs. Like, just be creative and just be innovative. Try to do something new every single day. That is what is going to help you grow way faster than everyone in this design space. And now one of the things that most people are not talking about is communication. Now, communication as a designer is just as your creativity. That is, when you have to present your work to your clients, or let's say when you have to explain yourself, maybe during an interview about your designs, you don't just talk anyhow, but you have to master how you can layer your designs, how you can explain your points, how you did some things on the design, and all these things comes together to form how you communicate to your client. So you have to actually master the art of communication as a designer. So you have to be reading books around communication and how to communicate your designs in general. So as a matter of fact, if you don't know how to communicate your designs, that means your designs may not sell well, because if you can't explain why you added a color, how you added a shape, how you added a particular font, and how all of them comes together to form the layout that you prefer, then how will you get hired or be paid for? You understand? So you have to actually understand the art of communication and how you can sell your designs through communication out there. And one of the hardest part is that in this profession, you need something called patience. Like, you need patience and you need discipline. Clients will delay payments, risks will come unclear, and a whole lot of things that comes with it. So if you don't have the patience and then the discipline, you are going to talk anyhow, you are going to reply anyhow, you are going to actually be pissed off, you're always going to be angry. And if you're angry and you're not in the right mood, you may not be able to flow in your creative mind. So anticipate that, oh, some things may go wrong. And sometimes too, as a beginner, you don't actually have a number of limits that you have set yourself for revision. So the client will be coming back and forth for different versions of the design every now and then. So all these things comes together for you to actually gather your patience and then actually have some discipline, so that you can be able to navigate through all these ups and downs, so you don't get pissed off, you don't get angry easily, and you get to know how the situation is like and how to actually control it. So sometimes you can choose to say, oh, I'm done, I can't work on it again. You are not wrong. You can go ahead and do something else for someone else. Now, this is one thing that no one is telling you out there. Design is not always fun. Let nobody lie to you. Like, sometimes design can be very stressful. You have a design to make and you don't know how to even start or where to even get some resources. People are portraying that, oh, design is fun, design is fun, design is fun, design. Yes, it is fun, but not always the case. Sometimes it's very boring, it's very stressful. Sometimes you have to be just repeating some things, you have to be repeating some fonts, you have to be repeating some colors, you have to be repeating some layouts, and making the work very boring. It is not fun as in fun, but it is fun the way you actually treat it. Now, the next thing is that your portfolio matters more than certificates. Now, you go to Google, Google will give you certificate. You go to Coursera, Coursera will give you certificate. You go to Udemy, Udemy will give you certificate. You come to Braintech, Braintech will give you certificate. Now, let me tell you, when you get all these certificates and the client comes to you, he doesn't ask you, where are your certificates that you are a designer? Nobody does that. You don't need the certificate for anything. All you have to do is to build projects for yourself, get some things. If you don't have a portfolio, or if you don't have a website for your portfolio, there are social media platforms like Pinterest, Instagram that you can use as your portfolio. Behance, Dribble, them are there that you can use as your portfolio. Get your works out there. Post your works there, explain your workflow, tell them why you make some decisions. All these things comes together to form your portfolio. So when somebody asks you that, oh, send me some of your works, then you copy your profile link and then you send it to them. And when they open your profile, they will see the good works that you are doing and they will glorify your Father in heaven by giving you the project. And now the last thing that I'm going to talk about is that as a designer, you don't just have to be always just designing, but you have to actually get a brand, like build yourself, and that makes you more confident as a brand and not just a designer that is always just hungry for designing and then hungry just for the money. But it will put you where you'll be taken seriously as a brand, not just a design. So now click on this video right here to watch how you can stay relevant, even as they say that design is dying. This video is going to save you from losing your job. So click on this right now. Until next time, quench your creativity. Peace.